Hi everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Skybridge, the one place where we don't just watch the justice system wobble, we slow it down, zoom in, and ask why the people in charge look surprised every time the truth shows up. If you thought the last episode was wild, today's one is practically begging to be cross-examined. Some days in court feel routine, today is not one of them. There's a tension in the air, the kind that settles in when a story everyone thought was solid suddenly starts to wobble. You can see it in the faces, in the posture, in the way the prosecution clings to its paperwork like it might start explaining itself. For months, we've watched a case built on shortcuts and digital certainty. A narrative polished behind closed doors, delivered with confidence and protected by silence. But confidence only works until someone walks in with the truth. And today, that someone is the Valeria police station commander, where Ntanzi was mainly held. Not a theory, not a file, not a generated summary. A real person stepping into a courtroom, ready to challenge the version they've been selling. The moment he speaks, the room shifts. The story they rehearsed starts to bend. And suddenly, the questions they avoided are the only ones that matter. Let's take a listen, and when you're done, tell me in the comments what moment made you sit up. I will see you in the next upload. Bye.
Now, are you familiar with all the prescribed procedures, registers, standing orders relating to the detention of suspects in the police station at the holding cells?
I'm having full information relating to those procedures that I'm asked of.
Manje ke unalo ke khenela ulwazi ke oluphelele malana ke nomuntu mayeboshiwe ke egcinwa ngaphakathi evalelwa konke lokho na uthi yebo ke nolwazi futhi oluphelele lolu mbuzo lo ngibuza wona.
And are you also familiar, Colonel, with certain sections of the Constitution Act, the Police Services Act, and the Criminal Procedure Act pertaining to the detention of suspects in police cells?
The section that I'm aware of is the one for the suspect not to denied of his rights. That is what I'm aware of.
Manje ke khenela ke uyawazi wonke imithetho ke yabantu aboshayo kakhulu imithetho yabo banayo umthetho sekelwa la eningizimu nemithetho ke yamaphoyisa ke uthi ke ufakazi ke mina ngiwaziyo ke umthetho ke noma ke ngisakhumbula lo ukuthi ke umuntu oboshiwe ke amalanga ukuthi ke njalo alelwe amalungelo akhe.
Are you also familiar, Colonel, with the standard procedure for booking, searching, detaining, and transferring a suspect?
I'm fully aware of that, those procedures.
Manje ke khenela futhi ke unalo ulwazi ke malana ke nokugcina komuntu kumsesha oboshiwe nokumvalela nokuthi ke umsusa lapha agcina khona umsebenzi indawo uthi yebo ke nginabo.
Now let's talk about the registers that are relevant for this purpose, for the taking in of a suspect in custody at the police station. Do you know what an SAPS 10 is, Captain, and describe its function, what it does?
Okay, SAPS 10 is the occurrence register, and it has recorded all of the activities that are happening at the police stations.
Manje ke khelana ke ngicela ukuthi ke sibekele mangabona ulwazi ukuthi manje ke SAP 10 yini futhi ke umsebenzi wayo SAP 10 ukwenzani ke uthi ngofakazi ke SAP 10 ke kuyincwadi ke lapho sibhala khona konke okwenzekile khona lapha police station.
And in respect of the occurrence book, the SAPS 10, what happens when a suspect is taken for the first time, say for example at your station at Valeria?
When the suspect is taken at the station, they will mention the person who is detaining him into that registers, and they will follow the other registers wherein if the SAPS 14 number to reflect on the in the occurrence register, and his property also, if there is a SAPS 22 that has been recorded, it will also refer into that OB, and also the conditions of the person when he was arrested.
Manje ke mnumzane ke masithi ke masibheke ke masithi mhlambe ke sikhuluma manje ngomuntu osanda kufika lapha kule police station osebenzela kuyona iValeria kwenzakala nomuntu lo makafika kuthi ke ufakazi ke oqala kuzoyenzakala umuntu ke lo mgcini nomvalele igama lakhe lizobhalwa lapha phansi ne SAP 14 nakhona lizobhalwa lapho nezinto ke lezihamba thola ekungezakhe SAP 22 nazo zizobhalwa nokuthi ke lo muntu lo ufike enjani khona lapha police station kuzobhalwa futhi nakho lokho phansi.
Okay, thanks. Let's break that down. Now you're saying the receiver, the person receiving the suspect for the first time, will make an entry into the OB pertaining to the intake of that suspect, correct?
The entry will be made by the person who is posted in the register, who is writing the register.
Oh, okay.
Not the person who is bringing the suspect.
Cha engikusho ke ngithi ke lokho kuzobhalwa phansi umuntu osebenza lapha etafuleni leliya le register hayi lo uzomgcina noma uzomvalela ngaphakathi.
So that person, the author of the entry, will be somebody, a uniformed police officer at the police station. Is that my understanding of what you are saying?
That's right.
Ngikuzwa kahle ke mawuthi ke lo muntu lo kuzoba umunye wephoyisa ke le uniform khona lapha police station na uthi yebo kunjani.
And would that person at the police station also put his full details like the name and the personal number next to the entry that they make?
The only information that will be stated in that entry will be of the person who is detaining the suspect, not the person who is writing the OB.
Okay.
Yes.
Manje ke ukuthi ke manje mangizwa kahle ukuthi manje igama lalo umuntu lo yake na nenombolo yakhe semsebenzini personal number nayo izovela kule ncwadi lena uthi kofakazi ke igama ezoba khona lalo muntu lo ozogcina ke lo muntu oboshiwe hayi lo bhalayo lapha etafuleni.
Okay, I understand you, Captain. Thank you so much. Colonel. Now you've also mentioned the SAP 14 register. What is that and what does it do?
SAPS 14 register is the registers wherein we are registering the suspects that are coming into the police stations. It will have the serial number of that person to check what is his SAPS 14 number when he was detained.
SAP 14 ke register ke ile register lapho sibhala khona lawo bantu laba balethwayo lapha police station ke izoba nayo serial number ke sibheke number yakhe ngalenkathi egcinwa ngaphakathi enombolo yakhe ke beku number bani.
And you've also mentioned that in that OB recordal also will be made of the prisoner's property if there's any. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
Manje uye waphinda washo wathi ke lapha kule yancwadi le kubhala kuyona ke kuyabhala futhi ke nezinto zakhe ke uma ngabe khona into zakhe mhlambe ke sigciniwe uthi yebo ke kunjani.
And that prisoner's property register is called the SAP 22, am I correct?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo futhi uqinisile ukuthi lelo ncwadi le ke ibizwa ke ngokuthi ke SAP 22.
And now this will come important later. Say, for example, now that a suspect has been received in your cells and at some stage he requires medical attention or treatment, in which register will such an occurrence be noted?
It will be written in the OB entry, and when the person is taken out for the SAPS 70 will also be recorded when he's taken to the hospital.
Manje ke masithi ke Colonel ke nangumuntu ke uyaletha e police station yenu uza ke mhlambe ke ethe sidinga mhlambe usizo uthi abona nodokotela ke nibhala kuphi lapho uthi webofakazi ke lokho uzobhala ke ku OB your current book lapho uzobhala khona uma ngabe ke manje kayakhishwa futhi isibhedlela ke uzobhala ke ku SAP 70.
And also, Colonel, if someone within your cells is now taken for the purposes of appearing at court, in which register will that, or registers will that person, those entries be made?
The register that will be writing, we will be writing in the OB entry that the person is now taken out for court. In the SAPS 14 also will make an entry that the person is taken out also for court. And then furthermore, the body receipt will be issued for that person when he's going out.
Manje ke masithi manje lo muntu lo lapho ugcinwe kunina kufuneka athathe manje ke ayiswe court ke konke lokho nibhala kuphi uthi ke ufakazi bese ubhala lapha kule ncwadi yethu occurrence book ukuthi ke lo muntu lo ke manje sekayakhishwa futhi uzoyiswe court ugcwaliswe futhi nayo SAPS 40 kube futhi ne receipt ke sibiza i body receipt ke le yazonikezwa yona.
And also earlier, Colonel, when I asked you about whether or not you know certain sections of the Constitution of the CPS and the South African Police Services Act pertaining to or relevant to detention of suspects in the cells, you said you know the provision that relates to the notice of rights. Is that correct?
Yes, I know of that.
Yebo kunjalo kuse ngale ngathi ukuze eqaleni ke ngibuza ke ngemithetho ke noma imigomo ke uyaziyo ke malana ke nokuboshwa komuntu ke uyawaphendula wathi ke okwaziyo ke notice of rights ke kusenjalo ukuthi yebo kunjalo.
And what register is relevant for the notification of rights to a suspect when he arrives in the cells?
It's SAPS 14A.
Manje umuntu makafika ke lapha police station ke zoboshwa ke yona ke SAP 14A esetshenziswa for amalungelo akhe.
And just on this aspect again, Colonel, at your station, do you have separate occurrence books for the cells and a separate one for the CSC, the charge office, or do you have one and the same OB for those purposes?
We are having only one for those purposes.
Manje ke police station and colonel ke ne lona occurrence book ehlukene eyamaseli nale CSC noma ke umsebenzi inqodo yi1 ukuthi ke colonel sebenza inqodo yodwa kukho kokubili.
Now let's move to a different aspect, Colonel. Now I want you to take us through, in your own words, the standard procedure when it relates to the booking and the searching and taking into custody of a suspect that arrives for the first time at your police station.
Okay, when the suspect is brought at the police station, he will be taken at our courtyard, which is at the back. Then the person who has been posted at the cells will then go to the cells together with the person who brought him at the station and make sure that all these relevant registers are completed. But before that suspect is detained in the cells, we will make sure that the person is thoroughly searched.
Manje ke colonel ke sicela usitshele ke ukuthi ke kusebenza kanjani ke mawungabe umuntu ke uletha ke lapha kini police station ke ukuqala umefika koqala ukuthi koqala ke lo muntu lo uzothathwa ayiswe ke ngale ngasemuva ke kube khona ke umunye umuntu ke ozohamba naye emaseleni nalo yaze naye kube khona nama register wonke la funeka agcwalise nabo sayagcwalisa kodwa ngaphambi afake ke emaseleni lo muntu ke kuyomela aseshwe kahle.
Now, who's responsible for searching the suspect in that area?
Is the cell complex manager of that time.
Manje ke ubani ke umuntu ke o mele uthamseshe ke lo muntu lethwe ke emaphoyiseni ke uthi ke imanager ke le amasel uyena ke omele uthayenze lo msebenzi.
And would the cell complex manager be a uniformed police officer?
Yes, that's correct, my lord.
Manje ke yena usel complex manager ke uyiphoyisa nawo ke la ugqoka ama uniform na uthi yebo kunjalo.
Now, let's take this scenario so that I remove it off the way quickly. Let's say that when a suspect is arrested at the scene, he is searched by the arresting officers there and then at the scene, and is now transferred to a police station. Is the searching procedure still mandatory at the police station, even though the escorting or the arresting officers had already searched the suspect?
The searching procedures is different. The one that the arresting officer at the cells, not at the arresting officer, will make sure that before any person is put into the police van or vehicles, is searched. Then when that person is entering the cell complex, the searching is also proceeding to the cell complex manager who will search the same suspect again.
Manje ke masithi ke naku umuntu uboshelwe lapho kwenzakala khona isehlakalo abantu abambophile amaphoyisa ambophile ke bese abana bayamsesha ke manje uma efika lapha e-police station ke manje uyaphinde futhi aseshwe na uthi ufakazi ke okwenzakalayo ke amaphoyisa vele mawumbopha umuntu ngaphambi ukuthi bamfake evenini bayomsesha lo muntu lo kodwa noma sekafika futhi lapha e-police station lapha na ke lo sebenza lapha kule cell complex ke naye ke uzophinde futhi amseshe futhi lo muntu lo.
What is the purpose of the search, Colonel, and what personal items are confiscated or seized from a suspect before he enters the holding cells?
Okay, the purpose of the cell is to make sure that suspects are not entering the cells with dangerous weapon, and that is for prevention of any harm on the suspect itself or danger to the members that are working there. Their properties, valuable properties, also must be taken, removed from them.
Okay.
Manje ke yini manje ke inhloso ukuthi ke umuntu ke aseshwe ngaphambi ukuthi ke afake ke maselini ufakazi kokuqala ukuthi ke kufuneka abheke ukuthi mhlawumbe akaphathanga ke mhlawumbe izikhali noma ngaba ingozi kuyena nabanye abantu mhlawumbe bakhona khona lapho nezinto zakhe futhi ezibalekile kuyena nazo ziyathathwa.
Colonel, you've mentioned dangerous objects that may cause harm and some of the valuable property of the suspect. And I'll give you an example. Items like cell phones, wallets, keys, belts, shoelaces, and obviously, like you said, valuables like jewelry be seized and confiscated from the suspect.
That's correct, my lord.
Manje ke Colonel uye wakhuluma ke malana nezikhali ezingaba ingozi noma ke into ezibalekile ke kulowo muntu lo ithi kunike mhlambe ke umzekele ke mhlambe sikhuluma ngama cellphone noma ama cellphone nama wallet nesikhiya namabhandi nobucwebe into ezinjalo ukuthi yebo kunjani.
Now, as you've testified earlier, is it then correct that these personal items that are seized from the suspect will then be entered into his prisoner's property register, the SAP-22?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo futhi iqiniso ukuthi ke manje zonke lento lezo ke zizogcina ke sifaka lapha ku SAP-22.
Okay.